For me, growing up in Colorado, since I was born in the 70s, Denver, Colorado was a lot smaller. So back then we went to our neighborhood schools. There was a lot of controversy about busing people in to kind of make the schools diverse. I didn't have, I don't think, a lot of direct racial issues, so to speak, probably until I went to CU. And that's when I think I had my first real racial experience where people actually judged you just up front and in your face about your color and questioned you.
Growing up in Colorado has been pretty easy for me. You've set me up in pretty good places, like good schools. I've met really good friends.
I don't know that it's changed. Being in Colorado, people aren't as upfront about race. For you, it's not really direct because they don't call you names or say anything like that, but it still exists. It's just not as open as probably it would have been in the old South.
I hope the future for Colorado is just not judging people by their skin color, but how they are.
What do you think about your experience of where you live and what the schools are like versus where you actually go to school? Do you see a difference?
Well, the schools I go to are probably primarily Caucasian, and the schools around our area are probably primarily African American or Latino and things like that. And I think for the schools I go to, they probably have a little bit more money also.
The schools in the neighborhood just don't have as much money, so they've lessened the programs. And it's a little bit unfortunate to me because like when me and your uncles grew up, we all went to our neighborhood schools, we got great education, but the programs are just cut and there's just not as much opportunity, which is very unfortunate because in my opinion, I just believe that everybody should have the same education or at least afford it, have the choice to be educated at the same level, no matter where you live.
Some things that I like about my school are the good education that I get there. And another thing I really like is the good sports program also. But one thing I wish was better at my school is more diversity. Well, the role that sports have played in my life are probably like everything because I do them every day.
Well, what do you play?
I play basketball, football, and track, so that basically takes up my entire year.
As you know, I played volleyball in high school. I was a cheerleader. My favorite sport was track. That's the one I was best at. I went on a partial scholarship to University of Colorado.
I just love the rush that I feel, when I'm playing. It's like I don't have to, worry about anything. I just have to play, or run.
What I loved most about sports was that it taught me discipline. I feel like sports kind of goes across everything you do in life. Like at work, it gave me a good work ethic. Taught me how to communicate with people, taught me how to work on a team. It really taught me a lot of stuff, both on and off the court.
I'm very proud of my mom for going to the Hall of Fame and going to CU, even though I don't tell her much. Sometimes I brag about her. Well, I value education so I can get into college.
When I was younger, your grandma used to tell me, education is the one thing that no one can ever take from you, and you will always have it. It just gives you skills that you will use both on the sports field, in life, at work as you move forward. So I just encourage that you go as far as you can go. There's a lot of people that as African Americans have been great leaders. I wish we would focus on a lot of the positive things in terms of having been enslaved or oppressed. Those are the things that you learn about in your history, but we don't celebrate sometimes the good things or the good people. Like the first open heart surgeon was an African American male, and I wish that we would show those images more to young African American males and females.
I'm very proud to be an African American because, like you said, going back, I think that we've come a long way to where we are now. Even though we're not there yet, I think we've still come a long way.